Hi, my brainwash. This is Josh there coming at you today. Hi, how you doing? This is Virtue. Hi, Virtue. This is Josh with the Heretic. A friend of mine, Benjamin, he had questions concerning sports. He asked me, is are sports biblical or not? And I think this is also in reference to like exercise and stuff. Well, I'm basically, there's two different aspects of this. Is sports biblical and is exercise biblical? And let me break down what I know about this subject. When it comes to sports, we're not supposed to esteem one person greater than another. Okay, we're supposed to see everybody as we're supposed to, he that humbleth himself should be exalted, and he that exalts himself should be abased. The problem is, what happens with sports is, the whole point of sports is to say that you're better than everybody else. And the whole reason to compete is to say, look how much better I am than you are. And this gets worse and worse as you get further and further into professional sports. The more competitive they get, the more it's all about, I'm better than you're worse. And you see this across the board. Now, am I saying that playing like football is bad or playing basketball is bad? No. If you are just playing to have fun and you're just trying to get better at shooting hoops, that's cool. I have no problem with that. If you're playing with your friends and you're just having a good time, that's great. But if you are doing it to try and like, in your face, I kicked your butt, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's not really being humble. That's kind of being prideful, and God hates a prideful heart. And then the other side of it is like, it's good exercise, right? Well, it is good exercise, but it also says that exercise profiteth little. Now, there are other people that are on the other side of the spectrum that say, well, is it ungodly to work out? And I'm like, well, it's why are you working out? And I'm going to tell you something. The majority of people out there are working out for one reason, and one reason only, and that's to look good. They work out because they want to be attractive. If you're working out to be attractive, you're working out for the wrong reasons. Honestly, that is just vanity. You want to esteem yourself greater than another person. And in doing so, that makes you not humble. It makes you prideful. Again, it's the same freaking spirit. It's the same sin. It's the same concept. I am competing. That's why we have this whole issue. If I'm better looking, then I'm better. Okay, if she's worse looking, she's worse. Humility is, and basically it goes down to a modesty thing. I mean, if I'm working out because I'm not healthy, then that's a good thing. You want to work out to be healthy. God wants us to have a sound mind and body. That's great. But all things moderation. And if you're working out because you want killer abs, or you want a nice looking butt, or you want biceps galore, or you want pecs that could rip out of your shirt, or whatever. If you want to be doing your impression of the Hulk and flex, and all of a sudden your shirt falls off, that's kind of the wrong mentality, because you seek after these things. You seek after to look better or be better than the next person. You're going to say, well, I just want the abs. Well, once you get the abs, it's like, well, I want the pecs. And then you get the pecs, and he's like, I want the biceps. And then I want the lats, and I want the glutes. And you're going down this list of things. And by the time you have achieved everything you've wanted, now you're too old. And then your body starts going downhill, and you start losing everything you've worked for. And you have to work twice as hard. And you've just kind of like wasted your entire life chasing after this dream that you're never going to achieve. And in the end, it really hasn't given you anything at all. Living for just to look better or be better than everybody else is a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. And instead, what we should be doing is we should be accepting everybody, and we should not be competing. We should just be like, oh, listen, if we're going to play a game, let's play a game. But as soon as it gets competitive, we need to stop playing. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't play sports, and I'm not telling you you shouldn't exercise, but we have to be very, very careful of our heart when it concerns these issues. And if your heart goes to a place where I'm better than this person, or I'm so concerned about how I appear, then you need to stop doing it, because that is the wrong heart to do it. If you are, if you're if you're desperate to, like, if you're a woman and you're like, oh, I just don't want to eat because I'm gonna gain weight. And I'm like, well, that's a wrong heart. I've actually known women that will say, well, I don't want to get pregnant because that's going to just ruin my body. And I'm like, well, that's not the point of your good-looking body, is to attract a man so that you will get pregnant. I mean, that's the whole point of it. And if you refuse to get pregnant, then your body is kind of irrelevant at that point. So I just... Let's put our focus on the things of God, okay? Let's put our focus on the things that are necessary. If you want to attract a mate, you attract a mate, but you attract a mate for life. You attract a mate so that you can reproduce. These should be our issues. It's not one is better than another, and that's not one is... You shouldn't be competing, you shouldn't be comparing, you shouldn't be contrasting. You should just be accepting of everybody as they are and not trying to find out who's better or worse. Anyway... So I'm the heretic. I hope this answers your question, Ben. I love you, man. You're awesome. Say hi, Bert.
Hi, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Want to say hi, Justice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you. 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 I love you.
All right. Peace out. What's up?